In the last episode, we created this program that animates a circle from the left border to the right border in a linear fashion. And then it disappears, as we can see here. And I would like to fix that. I would like that when it's reaching the right border, it will start again on the left border and go on like that. To make this happen, we have to use a new instruction called if. With the if instruction, we can execute code conditionally. Let's look in the reference what it says about if. And here let's search for if. Here it is. And it says allows the program to make a decision about which code to execute. Until now, all the programs we have done, the code is always executed. The only way we had to deactivate some code was to add 2 forward slashes on the front, and then this code is not executed, but it's not conditional. It doesn't depend on anything. It's either it runs or it doesn't run. This if statement will allow us to check for a condition, and depending on this condition, execute something. So here it says, if the test evaluates to true, the statements enclosed within the block are executed. The block is this part surrounded by these curly braces. And if the test evaluates to false, the statements are not executed. So what does this mean for our program? In our program here we are drawing, this line makes the ball move slowly to the right. So we have to check here if we are out of the screen or not. If circle X is greater than 400, circle X is the position of our ball and 400 is the size of the screen. So it has 400 pixels wide. If this happens, then we will move the circle to 0. So when the circle reaches the right border, it will jump again to the left. It's very simple. So if I run this, now we wait enough to see the ball reach the border, it will jump and it will keep doing this motion all the time. Now that we have the circle under control, let's see how could we change the speed of this ball moving. We have seen one way is to use the frame rate function. By default, it's using 60 frames per second. So I type here default 60 frames per second. So what if we want to make it really fast? 1000. It looks a little bit faster, but it's not drawing really 1000 frames per second, because if we try 100, it looks almost the same. The problem here is that the computer has some limitations. It cannot draw an infinite amount of frames per second. So instead of changing the frame rate, what we can do is make it move faster. Instead of moving 1 pixel at a time, and we could make it move like 5 pixels at a time. Now you will see that the ball is moving much faster than before. This way of changing the number of pixels per frame is useful also when we have several objects. Imagine we have 2 different balls and we want one to go fast and the other to go slow. If we change the frame rate, this wouldn't allow us to change them independently. So to finish this episode, let's try to do 2 different balls moving at different speeds. Then instead of calling it circle X, I will call this slow circle X. And now, since I changed the name of this variable, because I plan to add a fast circle X, then we have to find every time we use circle X and replace it with a new name. So I will replace it here and here. Every instance of circle X now is slow circle X. Before continuing, let's check that it's still working. Yeah, everything is fine. So now what they do is add a new fast circle x equals 0. Now we're gonna draw two different balls, and one will move fast and the other will move slow. Here, because we are setting them both to 0, that means that at the beginning they are both on the left border of the screen. And what now? Now these two lines I will copy because I want to draw another ellipse. This draws our slow circle. Let's now draw our fast circle. Fast circle x. And here I increase the position of the fast circle. Oh, fast x. That's wrong. Fast circle x equals fast circle x plus 5. So if this is the fast one, the slow one should move like slower at 1 pixel per frame. We can try it like this, even if we don't have this block. What will happen is that the slow one will just disappear. Ah no, the fast one disappears on the right, and the slow one is looping here. So we need also to copy these lines to keep the fast circle under control. So it's the same, it's basically the same code, just we're checking both that if the slow circle x is over the edge, bring it back to the left border. Same thing for the fast circle. So now the fast circle should also be looping here. And let's change the color so we can see the difference, which one is the fast and the slow. To change the color, this line with the fill function is setting the color for both circles. So I will remove it from here. I cut it, and I will use a different fill for each ellipse. So before drawing the slow circle, I will make it green, and before drawing the fast circle, I will here define another color. Let's check it out here on the color selector. Let's make it this kind of red orange, and I copy this color and I paste it here. So I hope you see what it's doing. You choose a color and then you draw, and here again you choose a color and then you draw again. You have to choose the color before making the drawing. And now we have a fast red circle and a slow green circle.